I get FOMO really bad. FOMO, fear of missing out. I often will want to keep my options open, and I will often think that maybe closing off other options to pick certain ones will limit my possibilities, limit what I could get. And a lot of times that leads me to want to be everything to everyone. And this is maybe very true right now. A lot of people are looking how to get into action about any number of things right now, some things in particular. But there's so many ways to do this. There's so many ways to get involved, and one human being can't possibly do it all. And I find that when I get into a situation like that, sometimes I almost get a little frozen by the choices. So here is basically what I do when the FOMO starts getting the best of me and I am just having a hard time moving forward. So, hello, I am Owen. Thank you for joining, and I'm here with you live. And so, if you're here, you want to say hello, please do, and I'll be happy to chat with you. I love connecting with you here during these podcasts. So, when I first started out on my business as in a marketing company, I made sure that I was available to do marketing for any number of people and any number of businesses, any number of causes, what have you, because I believed that if I said I only do work with nonprofits or I only do work with small businesses, that I would be limited to only that. And I would cut off so much earning potential that I would have for myself and basically stunt the growth of my new business before I even got it started. And what I figured is that was happening. It wasn't working very well. The strategy was not working very well. I was not getting really through to a lot of different people. And people just at the end of the day were also very unclear about what exactly it was that I did in the entertainment industry. Hey Carlton, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a long time. When I was in the movie industry, and maybe it's still the case, when talking about market research for movies, when we do market research, you're taking a look at these four different quadrants of younger and older and male and female. So one quadrant would be young men, and another quadrant would be young females, young women. And a lot of people would always say, "Oh, I've made this four quadrant movie," right? And it's a movie that appeals to all of younger, older, male, and female. And the truth is, there just really isn't such a thing as a four quadrant movie. On some level, it doesn't appeal to one of those quadrants. And really trying to please everybody in so doing and putting absolutely everything into a movie to try to please everybody ends up pissing off somebody, right? Because not all of these people like the same things. If you can show me something that an older woman likes that is also something that a younger man likes, let me know. But I can't imagine that there's a lot of things that are going to be too common in that area. So really, it's important when there's so many options out there, the idea of trying to take all of them at once so that you can have as much opportunity as possible. Being everything to everyone actually ends up being nothing to anybody. So there is the rub. There is the permission that you have to let go of these options. Right. It is hard to please. It is extremely hard to please because it is impossible. It is impossible to please everybody. You will be able to please, the people who you want to, the people that you want to serve. But that's what it's all about. That's about figuring out who they are and getting straight to that. The idea of leaving all your options open, the idea of FOMO is a symptom of the scarcity mindset. It's got fear in the name, right? It is a fear, and it is a belief on some level that things are going to run out. It's a belief that there's not enough, that you're not going to have what you need, that ultimately you will not have what you need to move forward. And so you must cast this wide net. And the thing is that because it's such a mind twist, because it seems like it's about getting more, but it really means getting less. Any fear that things are going to run out and there's not going to be enough is a sign of the scarcity mindset. Really, they have so much effect. You can be so effective. You pick exactly what it is that you want to do and to move forward with that. All right. So on that, how do we do this? What is my process? And I'll share it with you. When I start getting stuck in the FOMO, when I start being like, my God, there's so many options about how I need to move forward that I won't even take any. Here's what I do. So first things, get clear on what it is that you want. Be really clear on what it is that you want. And this can be a very difficult part of this process, because if you have never really given yourself permission to decide or determine what it is that you want, then this could be a very unfamiliar experience for you. You may also believe, and I get it, I did for a long time, that you don't deserve to decide what it is that you want, that it is up to somebody else. And that's not true. You do get to decide what it is that you want, and it's important that you get really clear on that. And that's the first step into breaking FOMO. It's bad right now, and it's getting worse. It is bad right now. It is very bad right now. You know what I like? You know what is different about this time that I appreciate is that we are all talking about it. And I was talking with, this is a side note, I was talking with a friend yesterday about just how the whole concept of, oh, it's happening to somebody else somewhere else doesn't really exist right now in this world that we live in. Like everything, if it happens in Minneapolis, like we feel it. Like if it happens in New York, we feel it. If it happens in Texas, we feel it. So we're talking about it. But this is also why it's most important that we all get into action. And that if you are somebody who has been sitting on the sidelines or waiting for your opportunity, this is it, right? This is exactly it. So step number one is get really clear on what it is that you want. Do you want to be on the front lines? Do you want to be supportive in other ways? Do you want to be, what part of the change do you want to be? Get really, really clear on what it is that you want and how you want to be that, okay? Then once you're really clear on what it is that you want, it's time to make a plan. It is time to write down the steps, even if it's just the first initial steps of, I need to look on the internet about this for 5 minutes, like that's fine. Write down the steps, start making the plan so that you have just an easy steps. Don't make them crazy big steps. I do this all the time and I get called on it many, many times. Don't make them huge, unattainable initial steps. Like step one, save the world, is not going to help you move forward. But, step one, look up local charities or action organizations near me. There you go. That's an easy first step. You can do that. That takes 5 minutes. And getting an easy win off your list is the fastest way to be tearing through that list. I promise. Okay? So make the plan. Make the plan. Make it easy steps and make them steps that you can take right away. And then the third piece is just get in action. Like just do it. That is the most important piece of this. And it sounds so easy and it's not like, well, oh yeah, just get in action, just do it. But this is the hardest piece of all of this. This is the piece that no one will do. This is the piece that most people won't do. They won't get in action. They won't take action on their plan. So do it, right? You've got your plan. You're clear on where you're headed. You know where you're pointed. You know where you're going. Just do it and start doing it. And then tell me how you feel about it, because I'm going to guess that if you get an action on your plan toward what it is that you want, you're going to be so excited. You're going to feel good. And you're going to be making an impact and you're going to be helping, other people's lives and what have you. So there's no reason not to do it. All right? So if you're not really clear on what it is that you want to do, or you're looking around for what it is that you want to do, then honestly, the best thing to do is to get in touch with your passion, to get in touch with that. And if you don't know what it is, to figure out what it might be, to figure out what it is that gets you excited, that might get you out of bed in the morning. It might get you feeling like you're making a real difference in the world if you don't feel that way right now. So that's that. And if you want some help with that, I got this ebook that I would love to share with you. Head on over to owenjward.com now, and I'll send you a free copy. So that's what I got for today. Carlton, man, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, it is bad right now, but I have hope. I have so much hope right now. We just need to keep our feet on the gas and push forward, and everybody get in action and support each other and call each other out and be honest with each other. So thanks for hanging out, man. It's really good to hear from you, really. And thank you all for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow.